Hey, Kenny, we've got. Um, I, I'm sorry. Every time I see that place, it just does something to me. It almost makes me speechless. But to be able to see those, and you heard me say Kenny, right? Yeah, I know. So I gave it away that he is back again with us, and I hope he's going to be a permanent fixture here with us. But I'm going to go ahead and say, hey, Kenny Nations is here with us this morning, and we're excited to have him here again. Yeah, that was the younger Kenny Nations there.
Much younger.
I'm still getting used to these buttons.
You still get it's okay. I still think the classic thing you did, Cameron, the last time was when we went to you that you pulled up the Roadrunner. That was great. So anyway, so Kenny, I had that opportunity to film those those black belly whistling ducks.
Yes.
Okay, so now I assume, I mean, you're definitely more of an expert at those types of birds than more so than I am. But it seems like black belly whistling ducks are coming in more and more to Arkansas.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
And I'm not an expert. I may be a spurt, but but yes, they're expanding their range quite a bit.
Yeah, yeah. When I posted the video of them, several people go, "We've got those in our backyard. We got those," and it's like, I remember a time when everybody was scrambling to get pictures of those.
I made a trip to Arkansas Post the first time to see one.
Really?
And I've seen them in Judsonia, at Bald Knob, at the Refuge. So they're expanding. But yeah, I drove to Arkansas Post specifically to see purple gallinules, common gallinules, and black-bellied whistling ducks.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I tell you that couple there had 10 little ones out there.
They have their hands full.
Yes, they do. Hey, I also want to mention that you saw that. Somebody mentioned on Facebook that, man, that is some just dirty or unhealthy water, because they saw this green algae, or they thought was green algae, and it's not. It's duckweed.
That's correct.
Yeah, and it is healthy for those ducks.
Yes,
man.
yes. They wouldn't be in there if it wasn't.
Yeah. So anyway, I just want to let everybody know that was the green that you saw all over their face and everything else is called duckweed, and it is really healthy for a lot of those. So anyway, Cameron, make sure that you go. Yeah, there he is.
I'm here.
You're not a Roadrunner today?
No, I'm not.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That was hilarious when you posted that, the other day.
Yeah.
So how's your day?
Good.
Yeah. You still fitting in there okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Did you? Oh, I was gonna say, did you have coffee today? I've never known you to have coffee. That was the mug we chose our people from.
Yeah.
So you got anything you want to share with us? Anything out of the ordinary that's happening in your life?
No.
Yeah, you're doing some new work on some lasering, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you working?
Well, I'm working on some earrings, and then I have other like wood frames that I'm working on.
Yeah, wood frames. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hopefully we'll be featuring some of those
Yeah.
soon, and so I'm looking forward to seeing all the work that you're doing there. And we've been getting some cool machines in too, but we'll talk about that a little bit later.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's enough. That's enough of all that. Why don't we go ahead? We're, again, this is Outdoors with Cameron and Robert Holt, and also our guest host Kenny Nations. And I'm still trying to figure out how we fit all that in. Cameron and Robert Holt, he doesn't have the same last name, but one day we'll figure maybe Nations with Cameron and Robert Holt Outdoors or something. But we're so appreciative that Kenny is here. Today we are on part 2 of the private sanctuary, and you're going to be seeing some of the videos of some of those birds that not a lot of people get to see in Arkansas, and it's always exciting. Kenny, the other day you and I were talking that just a couple of years ago, you and I would get real excited about a tricolored heron or something being like at Bald Knob or
Correct.
something like that.
Correct.
And now it's since we've going down to the private sanctuary, it's like we're spoiled.
Yeah. We certainly are, and I don't know how to describe that place.
I know.
I had a couple from Nashville, Tennessee that were in and stopped by to visit me this weekend. They had watched the podcast.
Yeah.
And they said, looks like a lot of birds there. I said, you can't imagine. We can't get them all in there.
It's
I cannot describe it to you because I would be lacking.
Yeah, it's impossible. I mean,
Yes.
it's just impossible. So, and you also, listen, real quick before we start, you also had a friend that asked about the picture that is behind you.
Correct.
And that is the Grand Tetons at Schwabach Landing outside the Grand Tetons, outside Jackson Hole, Wyoming, that Cameron took. And just a beautiful area. We love going there. Just, let's see, it would be over your right shoulder over here, this side. We love going there because sometimes we see moose crossing right there, or you could see grizzly bear crossing right there. Mm-hmm. And so it's just a beautiful, beautiful place there. So, but that's what that is, Schwabach Landing.
That's good because I've had 2 or 3 reach out to me about that.
Good. Okay. All right, Cam. Well, let's go ahead and get started on our adventure back at the private sanctuary in southern Arkansas. Of course, Kenny had to start out with the Roseate Spoonbills.
The color is stunning.
Yeah, and these were the first ones that I saw to come in there. This was around probably end of March, 1st of April. You can see that the brown, it's turned a little bit green there.
Yes.
But that is a male and female pair, and Kenny, every once in a while, these pictures, these videos I'm posting just so people can see their colors during their breeding plumage.
Yes.
But they're beautiful all year.
They are, but right there, it's just
Yeah.
unbelievable how deep some of the red is and how pink.
Yeah. And they're doing right there, so they found a nesting place. So they are actually doing a little dance is what they're doing. It's like they come into agreement, yes, this is our place. And then you're going to see one take off to start bring nesting material in. And it's just real, they're just beautiful birds, how they act around each other and love each other. Now, I did that to slow it down because I want you to see that male is pretty big. Also, I want you to see the stripes. Camera, here in just a second, I'm going to ask you to stop. Whoop, stop. Whoop. So the one that you see, the black stripe.
Correct.
That female, their striping that I've noticed all these months now is thinner as it goes around the back of the head.
Haven't noticed that.
Yeah. And so the male, if you'll see the male, stop. Oop. Maybe we can back up just a hair. Let's try it again. So we want to see that male behind. There,
Right.
Stop. See how thick that is?
Yes.
And they were all like that. It was crazy. Now, people are going to say, well, now, Robert, how do you know that? Well, I mean, I watched several breed. Now, that's not weird or anything, but they breed right there in front of you.
Right.
And so you know that which one's the male and which one's the female. So anyway, I wanted to slow that down so people could see that. All right, sir. Now they're at one of the smaller ponds they're feeding, and I saw them take off to flight. I knew where they were going, so I just wanted to follow them. And when they feed, there'll be another video that's a little bit better than this one. They go back and forth, back and forth. And if they got sensors, I mean, their sensitivity on their ends of their beaks are just incredible.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll just snap shut. And you can just pipe in any time, Kenny, that you want. I know, isn't that crazy?
It's amazing.
Now, he's trying to pull nesting material. I mean, he fought literally 15 minutes in this area. Now, I don't have 15 minutes here, but.
Right. And I'm glad you said that because when I first watched it, I thought, is the female there? Are they breeding now? Or
Yeah, so I want to pause. You saw me tell Cameron to pause.
Yes.
You'll see me do things like that on camera. But now, Kenny, this is last year's juvenile.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, when I saw it, I thought, what in the world? But I want everybody that's watching this to remember that juvenile later on as we keep going. But that is last year's juvenile from the couple that you just saw. And so I was excited that it came back. So that means that there's going to be others as it builds. There are going to be more and more coming back
Right.
in order to use this area as breeding. So, all right, Cam. Now, this is the first glimpse of the little one. You can see where the hand is and that little arrow. Going back and forth, back and forth. And this is 2 weeks later, I go down there, Kenny, and they're already growing.
That's right.
They look like cotton candy.
It's amazing how quick they grow.
Oh my God! All these species that we're about to see. We've got 3 species that we're going to be highlighting, and how fast that they grow up. Preening constantly preening.
And the juveniles, I'm sure, are the new one there. Is getting rid of some of that downy when it's doing that.
Oh, I didn't think about that. Yeah. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, so now they're starting to stretch their wings a little bit. Now, Cameron, I think on this when the next one comes up, I'm going to get you to pause it, and I'll tell you when on that. Isn't that crazy? No, not yet. So that bird, the parent is close.
Yes. Wanting to be fed.
That's right. I'm hungry. Okay, there it is, Cam. Okay, pause. Now, you see that the bird behind that's facing us, that was that juvenile from last year at the nest.
So
the one in front of it.
Are you telling me it's helping feed this year's young?
I didn't. I wish I could have seen that, but I didn't see it. You know, the gallinules do that.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
And but I did not see it do that. So I can't. I wish I could say that. But
can't verify it.
Yeah,
okay.
but I can't verify it. But I can verify. That is the nesting spot last year where those where they nested, and that's the baby spoonbills that you and I that we saw last year. That is last year's.
So much
baby.
to learn from these. Because when we're at Bald Knob, and we see roseate spoonbills, normally it's first year birds, young birds.
Right.
Did that bird go out on its own and come back to the parents? Did it stay with the parents? I mean, that's what I'm saying. There's so much to wonder about and try to learn.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping next year, that we will get more information, as we do more pictures.
Right.
And, I wish we could tag them.
Oh.
And
the only way you tag those is maybe with a cannon net or something, and that would be so disruptive and scare everything out.
Yeah. It'd be awesome to be able to do that. All right, dude. Yeah, I just found that amazing that baby that
Yes.
juvenile would come back. And there's mom and dad taking a rest. They and it's funny. I should have put that video up, but when she kind of came out of her sleep, they would just slap bills back and forth in a loving manner. Oh yeah, here we go.
Things are gonna get rough.
Yeah, yeah, there we go. But I don't know. I mean, that bill going down the throat—that's just crazy. But at least one thing that they don't do is grab the face like the herons and the egrets do.
And last podcast we did, I said most women would hate to go through that. That didn't mean anything negative. I'm talking about having to regurgitate.
Oh yeah, having to
every
regurgitate.
time.
Yeah.
And it's working them hard.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, look, I mean, here they are again. And Cameron, pause for just 1 second so I can tell this. You're okay. When they do that, a lot of times when the parents are there with them and the parents are tired of them, those parents will slap them on top of the head to stop them from doing it. I mean, that's crazy.
And, I've known a lot of people that Mama got mad at. She had a wooden spoon she slapped.
Yeah, I've had that spoon happen to me a time or two. All right, man. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Yeah, that spoon's slapping them. The juveniles would come together. The fledglings would come together, and that was a beautiful sight to see. Now, this is not all the fledglings. I don't know how many fledglings.
Oh.
There was a lot.
You couldn't get a lens with a wide angle enough to get how many were in there.
No way. And so now they're about to. They are about to. You know, they've been stretching the wings and flying a little bit. But I was so grateful to be able to catch that.
Yes.
And it flew over to its parent, and that's what they do. Those parents will try to draw them out and get them to. And then this was stop, Cameron. Stop for just a second. Okay. Kenny, this past Saturday, August the 2nd, 2025. And this was the last baby to fledge in that whole area. There was no other. All the spoonbills were way far back in the tops of the trees. But this one was still being fed. And I did not see any, the whole time I was there,
It won't be much longer.
Yeah, no.
Probably not now.
Yeah, it's probably not there now. Now I'll find out. I'll find out in the morning. But yeah, it's not there now. So anyway, okay, Cam. Yeah. All right, there we go. So Kenny, on these the Roseate spoonbills, what makes them so popular here in Arkansas?
Well, the scarcity of them for one thing, but those colors.
Yeah.
People think, oh, you've been to Florida?
Yeah.
You've been down in South Louisiana?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's a big draw, but those colors are just, because the bird, it is a pretty bird.
Right.
But if you're real close, that head just is not that pretty with that big spoon on the end of it.
Yeah. The only time they're pretty on their head is when they're babies,
That's right.
when they're juveniles like that, And so, they've got that ugly bald head. There's no doubt.
And I've been blessed to be down there with you and see so many, but it's still exciting.
Yeah.
Every time I see them.
Yeah. Well, and we should be seeing some in Bald Knob.
Yes.
Yes. That should be coming that way. Millwood Dam is another place where you could see some this time between now and maybe the first or second week in September, something like that.
And there's probably other places, but your ecosystem's got to have the right build to it to get them there.
Yeah. So, all right, dude, let's go to the next one. I'm trying to remember. I think this is our ibis. Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Okay, so this was, as you can see, no green, and I pointed that out because that one was a glossy ibis that had the blue mask.
Mm-hmm.
The white faced ibis has white face. And this is where I'll point it out. So you see the blue.
Yes.
And I did slow motion, guys, so that everybody would be able to take it. And you'll see them, they'll pop stuff into their mouth while they're feeding. But in just a minute, you're going to see a white face come into the picture. That way, you'll definitely know the difference, not only in their face, but I want you to notice their legs. The glossy ibis is more of a black leg, grayish black. And the white-faced ibis has red legs. And here comes the white face right here. Now, Kenny, it's very difficult to tell these apart when they're juveniles.
Yes.
People all the time, well, that's a white face. Well, how do you know?
Yes, and usually I'll just put ibis species.
Yeah.
Because you're just not sure at that age.
Yeah. So, anyway, but there you go. That gives you a good shot. Yeah.
A lot of people don't realize the beautiful colors on those, but when that sun's hitting it, and those iridescent colors start flashing.
Yeah. The greens, the blues, the
Yes.
purples. I mean, good gosh, it's crazy. Another glossy ibis. I put the glossy in there just so people can really start understanding the difference, with them.
Notice the one walking behind it with the red legs.
Yeah, the white ibis.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, Cam, stop for just a second. So these are the white-faced ibis. They're starting to build their nest, and if you notice around them, the little blue herons.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the little blue herons already have nests. So, but this couple here, this is where they chose to build their nest, and there was a third one over there, third one over to the left, that had already started a nest. But I don't know if they've done it yet. But I want you to see how they greet each other, kind of like the spoonbills do. Let's see. We might have already passed it. No, there they go.
Yes.
Isn't that something?
Hitting those beaks
Yeah,
together.
hitting those beaks together. You know, that was just so amazing to me how they just love each other, you know?
Saying you have another one down below there.
Yeah.
People, I mean, it's hard to imagine how many birds are there.
Oh, well, look here. So, Cameron, stop for just a second. Let's see if we can point it out. So this is their nesting area, and there's another one. The one on the left is the one that I'm following through this whole thing.
Yeah.
The one to the right has eggs already. There's eggs in the bottom. It's hard to see from where you and I are, but you know right there. There's blue eggs already in there, and so that was pretty cool to catch. But white-faced ibis breeding in Arkansas, you know, wow. All right. I did my best to try so they wouldn't see, so they wouldn't see me.
Right.
Didn't want to disturb them. Now, Kenny, again, I would see them fly off to a certain direction, and then I would go see if they were there, and that's what was happening, with this one.
And obviously that was a rainy morning. You
Yes,
could
it
see
was.
the water beating on the back.
Yeah. Now, I caught this one, and I put this on here because it's going at right now. It's a preening gland in the back, and then it'll spread that oil all over their feathers. They have a preen, and I cannot pronounce what that preening gland is, but it's right back in their back area. That's what he's doing. All right, here we go. Now watch her. This was hilarious. She wanted to be sure she is not going to crush her eggs.
Correct.
And she's going to flip them. They turn their eggs.
How many eggs do they normally lay?
2 to 4. I'm going to actually say 3 to 4. Now she had 4. You can't see all 4 of them, but she had 4. Now stop for just a second on that one, Cameron. Kenny, do you notice her beak, how dry it is?
Yes.
She has been sitting there a while. I felt so sorry for her, but it's almost like I don't know. And I mean, but they sit there forever.
Very patient.
Yeah, just crazy. Okay, Kim. I mean, the sacrifice that a lot of these adults make. Now, granted, the other adult will come back and spare them.
Correct.
But this one, boy, I was really getting kind of concerned. And you can see there's a little baby that's in there. She's feeding. There's also another egg that's in there that hadn't hatched yet. And still there. Feeding again. I believe the egg's still there, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, I see it.
Already training them how to go into the beak to feed. And the eyes are still shut there. And here their eyes are more open. And Kenny, this was hilarious. It was like those babies were hungry. Now she fed, and she's gonna sit down, and they won't leave her alone. She said, "Okay, here we go again.
A little more.
A little more." You can see the colors in her wings over there. That a little more. That's so crazy. Both of us. We had the opportunity to see this. They're older here, getting older. Now, camera, stop. Pause it. Okay. Do you see the top of its head there? Yeah, right there. So that is, from what I read, resembles a flower
Okay.
from above, so that predators,
So just
yep, don't come down and grab it.
self-defense.
Self-defense. Yeah, camouflage right there. Is that not cool?
It is.
All right. Yeah, we're going. Yeah, see, we want some more food, Mom. Come on. Yeah, here we go. So, I had to change. I had to kind of change sides to get these as they get older. In this nest now, there's 4 babies. There's one that people will call a runt. And as much as I hate to say it, unfortunately, that runt did not make it. It's right over there to the right.
Which is pretty common.
Yeah. But right now, you can actually hear Mom making some squawks, and you can see the babies are excited that Mom or Dad is close by for food, and that adult will fly in. There we go. Gotta feed them. So getting them at an older age was difficult because they were already way out of their nest and they're at the tops of trees, and so I had a difficult time. At least I was able to get a little bit here, and I came back. So this is a week before they fledged, before they took off, and then this is just before they took off. I came back about 4 days later, and they were already grown again, and as you can see, they're pretty big.
You know, I haven't studied these. There's got to be a reason that those young ones have the stripe on their bills.
Yeah, I've looked that up. But if you noticed, the white ibis had the same thing.
Yes.
But they weren't. I don't think it was orange. I think it was white and black.
So I don't know if that's to help them blend in when they're in those bushes, like sticks, and you see the sun hitting part of one and not.
Yeah. I don't know. But it has to do with their camouflage. That's for sure. But, so this is the piece de resistance. This is what everybody wants. I mean, I know it.
I know. I kept watching. I thought, where they at? Where they at?
I saved it for the last. Tricolored herons, guys. Tricolored herons. And man, we actually thought that there was only 6 nests, but come to find out there's more there. Kenny, now watch this. This father's coming up with a stick. This actually proves that they're nesting. They're making nests there.
Yes.
And they kind of help each other trying to get that stick in, but then the male loses it. It's like, dude, you came all the way up with that stick. And
he might have heard about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I bet he did. It's like, man, you came all the way up there with that stick. But I felt sorry for this couple. Because this is the one that I followed, and this is the one you're going to see all their babies. But I felt sorry for that couple because you can see they're on top of the brush here.
Yes.
The white ibis chased them off.
That's the one, the white ibis.
Yes, the white ibis chased them off, and this is where they've ended up. This is where we'll see your video in a little bit, but this is where they ended up, is in this area, and but yeah, hey, stop for just a second. So also, I didn't put the video in, but and maybe I can find it to stick it in right here. But the great egrets, there was a great egret that actually went into their nest area and stole part of their nest, stole their sticks.
That does not surprise me.
Yeah. All right, Cam, go ahead.
I don't know if a lot of people have noticed that white plume off the back of their head.
Yeah, man, I got that. I was able to get a picture of it when it was popped up, and maybe we can put that picture since you brought it up, stick it in. It's just awesome to see that. Okay, here we go. So we get to see the baby barely. Now they're actually sitting on the nest right here, and then we get to kind of get right there, just a glimpse of what I could get. So Kenny brought his big guns in here and was able to really get some great video of that baby in the nest. And it's important for us to do that. It's important for conservation, for game and fish, and Audubon, and all of that. So let's see here, and just it'll pop up here in a minute. There we go. See, there it is.
Then I just wanted to help you verify
stop.
that they're nesting there.
Yeah.
And breeding, raising.
Yeah. But I got to know, what were you thinking when you saw that?
Oh, I wasn't. I don't think you put both videos in there.
Yeah, I did.
Because one of them you would hear me say.
No, I took it out. I took the
That's
voice
right.
out. I took the voice out. Yeah.
Because I said, Robert, I wished you were looking at this.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, if you'd have got up to come over there where we were at,
Yeah.
the platform we were on would have shook and we'd have got a lot of vibration there. But
Yeah.
a lot of people wouldn't realize, because you see how high she's sitting up there,
Right.
or he.
Right.
And I didn't at first. I saw it bend over, and then I realized the baby was below it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
There.
You know, I mean, it's one of those moments like,
Oh, you're in awe.
yeah, I can't believe I'm seeing this.
Yes,
You know?
you're in awe. And if I wasn't thinking,
Yeah.
because you get wrapped up in the moment.
Right. Right.
But I could have zoomed in so much closer on that if I'd have just been thinking about it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, it's everybody can see, and it's no doubt that
Yes.
tricolors are
And that's
breeding
all
here.
I was wanting to do, is help you
Yeah.
confirm.
Yeah,
Yes, they are breeding, because if you look at a map of their breeding range, Arkansas certainly is not in it.
yeah, yeah. Exactly. Well, hopefully it will be now.
Yes.
You know. All right, Cam, go ahead. Yeah, man, it's just so exciting.
And that's a pretty good view of it,
Yeah,
considering all the leaves and stuff in the way there.
yeah. Well, not only that, but all the various species that are around it. That
That little old wing cracks me up, because you can't see any feathers on it. You just see that
yeah.
flopping up there.
Okay, so here they are. They're starting to kind of venture out. There's only two, so they're starting to kind of venture out here, and you know, to witness them grow up was.
That's pretty cool, isn't
It
it?
is, man. I'm telling you, it's just awesome.
Look at that.
Now here's one of the adults feeding them. Now, actually, what's happening too here? Understand this, that they know that food comes out of that beak.
That's right. Notice that
And-
plume sticking up.
Yeah, the plume sticking up on the head.
Yes.
And so they will use that. So first of all, she's got to get the attention of those other species babies, because they kind of will attack, and that baby comes out, and it's like, Mom, where'd you go? I don't want to be here.
And maybe they know how vicious those egrets are when they're trying to feed.
Yeah, yeah. I'd put this in slow motion so you could see that she's now trying to get her babies to come up and to follow her around, because they know that beak has food. And so you can see it grabbed it.
Yeah.
Say, I want that food in there. It did not feed at that moment, because again, she's trying to get them to learn how to balance and learn how to come out on those branches and that kind of thing. And you can see there's one behind. Now watch this. It's still trying to learn how to balance, and all of a sudden, it's like, wait a minute, where'd I go? And it finally got its way back up again to come see Mom or Dad or whoever that is. And notice that white ibis over there kind of poking at it.
Yes.
Now again, it did not feed it right then. All it was doing was letting it grab its beak. So these two, you can see the adult behind them over there.
Yes.
And these two are now learning how to fly. There we go. The other one's like, wait a minute, I got to do this. Now you can tell they're older. They're not having a problem with balance. Just crazy. No problem with balance at all. They're to preen on those branches and all sorts of fun things. And this is one of them. The other one that was not around, it probably had flown to go get food or something. Mom's no longer feeding them here. They are on their own. Wow. Okay, stop for just a second, Cam. Now, Kenny, these next couple of shots, I had always said to you, and I always told you and Karen Rao and others that there's 6 nests.
Yes.
And I even numbered them.
Right.
I numbered them all.
Right.
And when I went back this past Saturday, August the 2nd, 2025, there were at least 12 to 13 fledgling tricolored herons out there in different places.
Amazing.
So, I mean, that should tell us there was more nests.
Yes.
Yeah.
And would indicate probably it's going to continue to increase.
Yeah. How great is that for Arkansas?
It's great.
You know?
It's great.
Yeah. What about the birding community? How great is that for the birding community?
It's eye-opening.
Yeah.
It's very important because nobody knew that was going on. And I'm sure in southern Arkansas, if you find that habitat, that ecosystem like it is there, there's probably other places in southern Arkansas that just nobody stumbled upon yet.
Right. So these tricolored herons, the more they start breeding here, then probably the more we in the birding community will see them elsewhere.
Right, they'll spread out.
Yeah.
Have to.
Yeah.
They have to. And South Arkansas is just because of all the bayous and stuff,
Right. Right.
is ideal for them.
Yeah. Wow. All right. So let's see some of these fledglings that we got this past Saturday there, Cam. Now it was early in the morning, so it's grainy, and I apologize for that. But this is none of these birds are the same bird. These are all different birds, and I did not get all 12 of them, but I got as many as I could that were semi-close
Right.
to me. And they were fitting in well with the other fledglings. That's a fledgling white ibis that's there in front of it. And you can tell these are a little bit older fledglings simply because, they're balancing pretty good.
Right.
Wow. I love that white ibis. There was that juvenile down there looking up like, what are you doing, dude?
Yes. It's quite amazing how they can get around through that stuff.
Oh,
I mean,
it's
put
thick.
yourself there. What if you had a jungle of 1 befores and 2 befores, and you were having, as a human, step across them and eat and clean and
Yeah. Before we end today, I wanted to end on a really good note, a really cool note. The last time that we did the podcast, we featured one of your videos with the Roadrunner.
yes,
Yeah, which is still your buddy.
my little buddy.
I got to tell you guys something. So I'm on the phone with Kenny on Saturday and excited about the tricolors and so forth. And then all of a sudden he starts talking to me and then I'm hearing something and he says, "Oh, there it is," and it's right there. And he's with his little buddy. He's with his little Roadrunner feeding it and all that. And I'm like, that is so cool, to be able to do that.
And I made sure to record it while we were talking so you could hear yourself talking and know that it was there. But.
That's so great. But anyway, so you have some other little buddies that you film.
Well, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So let's go ahead, Cameron. Let's do this. Let's show this real quick. So what is it?
That is the northern bobwhite quail, and there's great concern over them.
Yeah.
The numbers are declining constantly and have for years. There's quite a few out there where I'm at, which is promising. And there's nothing anybody can do. People say, we hunted them all out. No, you didn't hunt them all out, really. Mm-hmm. But farmers because they got to make a living.
Right.
There's no fence rows anymore
Right.
where the quail used to stay. They wanted better hay for their cattle, so we got rid of natural grasses in Bermuda and just different kinds they planted, and it's not good for the quail habitat. And probably one of the worst problems right now is fire ants.
Oh, wow. I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
So they're harming the babies and even the adults.
Right.
Huh.
And fire ants are spreading at such a rapid pace.
Right. Well, I know that the Game and Fish has a program where they those with pretty good sized land can be a part of the quail restoration.
Yes, I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, yeah. Our family, my father-in-law started that on property he had up in the Scotland area.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're seeing, or at least, I mean, it's been 3 years since I've been up there, but when I was there was quail coveys, popping up everywhere up there. So we're real excited about that.
I see quite a few, and it's exciting. I love to listen to them and watch them.
Yeah.
I see a lot more roosters than I do hens. I guess the hens just...
Okay, now wait a minute. How do you know? I got to ask you. How do you know the difference on a rooster?
Well, that was the rooster we
Okay.
had up there a while ago.
Yeah.
The hen will have more of a brown-colored,
Okay.
tan-colored face.
Yeah, yeah. How long did it take you to learn that one?
Well, I looked it up pretty quick. I did a little homework on it, so people don't realize you can whistle them in.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you're with yourself. I mean,
Yes.
just
You
whistle.
don't have to have a call or a playback.
Yeah,
You can just whistle it, and they're a social bird. They kind of like,
yeah,
now they'll separate out at times, but they'll gather as a covey, as you
yeah,
know. So.
yeah. I think one of the things that I miss right now, and of course, Kenny, we're coming to our end here, but one of the things that I miss in my backyard are the whippoorwills.
Oh yes,
To hear one of those.
I hardly ever hear one anymore,
Yeah, yeah.
and it's another bird of concern.
Is that habitat, you think?
I do.
Yeah,
I do.
habitat.
And you don't have as much rural area anymore. Towns are expanding out, especially if you're in northwest Arkansas.
Right, right.
You're just losing a lot of habitat.
Yeah, because we used to go out on our back porch and listen to just a beautiful sound.
Yes.
Those whippoorwills. So anyway, now I do know that Mr. Kenny has for us a tip, our pro tip. We want to be sure that we get the pro tip in, and that will help you in your birding efforts and your wildlife efforts here in Arkansas. So Kenny, why don't you go ahead and share that with us? What you got?
So we're not gonna say a pro tip. We're gonna say a common man's tip.
Okay.
Especially when you're just getting into birding.
Yeah.
There are so many apps out there. I personally prefer iBird Pro. But you can see pictures of the bird, you can read about the bird, but there's a place that says range. And you tap on it on that bird, and it will show you the range in the country where he's at in the summer, in the winter when they're migrating. But under that, if you read it, tells you the habitat to look for.
Oh, wow.
So, like when I wanted to finally see when I finally saw a painted bunny, part of it was because I got on there and I read that and, I need to look for this type of habitat.
Yeah. Wow.
So, do your homework. It's not a lot of homework,
Yeah.
but it's very interesting, and those apps will also tell you what level of concern each species is.
Right. Right.
And, we probably lost 40-50% of the birds since the 1960s.
Oh, wow.
Overall, all birds.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. I did not know that.
Yes.
So iBird Pro?
iBird Pro.
iBird Pro. All right, guys. iBird Pro. There you go. From the pro over here.
And you can use the playback on it.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to caution you. There are going to be people say don't use that. You can use it, but use it sparingly. Once you locate your species, cut it off because you can get the bird overexcited. This heat we've had lately, you get it flying around too much looking for that, and you could do damage to that bird.
Yeah.
If it's during nesting season, you may cause one of the mates to leave the nest to look for a new mate.
Right. Right.
So don't overplay it. If you're going to use it, use it responsibly.
Right, exactly. Well, there you go, iBird Pro, and from one of our pros here, and he doesn't like to call himself a pro, but I'm going to call him a pro. He's a pro in my life. And so anyway, hey guys, thank you so much for watching us here at Outdoors with Cameron and Robert Holt, right here at Cameron Holt Studios, photographystudios.com. And we appreciate Cameron for allowing us to use this beautiful studio. And we look forward to serving you. Be sure to like us. Be sure to subscribe there on our channel. Be sure and share if you would. You know, I've got to do all the standard stuff here for you. And but this really helps us get the word out, and it also helps you help your friends that are trying to get involved in the birding community. So until next time, which we hope that we'll have part 3 of this series, which will be the last series. We love you guys. We appreciate you, and God bless each and every one of you.